Good evening and welcome to the Buffalo Philharmonic concert tonight. We're very happy you're with us. We have two beautiful pieces on the program. I think you're going to love hearing them. We're starting out with a piece by the great English composer Ralph Vaughan Williams, his Fantasia on a theme of Thomas Tallis. Now, England excelled at literature, architecture, government, but after the Renaissance period, not at music. Music flourished in the 18th and 19th century in Germany and Austria, and those countries disparagingly referred to England as das Land ohne Musik, the country without music. Well, Vaughan Williams arrived on the scene at the end of the 19th century and changed all of that with music so moving, so beautiful, that England entered the international music world with majesty. Vaughan Williams had great faith in the national character of his country, and he believed that an artist could achieve true universality not by superficially cultivating cosmopolitanism, but by nurturing the roots of the culture and the people around him. In Vaughan Williams' voice, the world discovered the people of England. Vaughan Williams reached back 400 years for his inspiration to the great English Renaissance composer Thomas Tallis, a towering genius. He was so great that when he passed away in 1585, people said, Thomas Tallis is dead and music dies with him. Vaughan Williams especially loved Tallis's choral music. And in his Fantasia, he leaves the words behind, but in the beauty of the strings that he writes for, he recreates with utter vividness and authenticity an England of 4 centuries earlier. Composed in 1906, the Fantasia is transcendent, mystical, seems to be glowing with an inner light. Transformed, the string section is filled with a sense of otherworldliness and wonder and timelessness. It's not anchored either to the Renaissance roots or to its 20th century birthplace. In its seamless flow, it makes time stand still. We only have strings on the stage, but there are actually 3 orchestras within the string section. First, the 4 solos that are our principals right around me. Then, of course, the large string section behind them. And then separated from all of us is a small orchestra. It's like the heavenly choir, the celestial voices, perhaps of those Renaissance singers 400 years ago. In 15 minutes of sheer beauty, Ralph Vaughan Williams transcends us to another time. Or rather, he leaves us suspended in a world where time has no meaning. The other piece on our program tonight is an amazing recreation of the music from Bizet's Carmen by Russian composer RODION SHCHEDRIN. You know, all season we have been showcasing our string section of fantastic players and wonderful music. Tonight, it's wonderful for us to add to them our superb percussion section in this very special version of Carmen. Now, most of you know the opera Carmen. Some of you may have seen the Buffalo Philharmonic performance of Carmen. It's so beloved. Of course, it's great music. It's a tragic love story, amazing setting in the bull ring in Seville. Well, in 1964, the Bolshoi prima ballerina Maya Plisitskaya wanted to have a composer create a suite of that music for a special dance vehicle for herself. She would be Carmen. And she asked composers Dmitri Shostakovich and Aram Khachaturian. Both of them had written excellent ballets, but they both expressed fear at trying to recreate the most beloved opera in the world. Shostakovich said, Everyone knows Carmen so well that whatever I would write would just be a disappointment. But both composers stated an obvious fact. They said to Maya Plisetskaya, "Your husband, RODION SHCHEDRIN, is a composer. Ask him." So she did. And he accepted. I suppose he had to accept. I mean, with his wife telling him he needed to do this, and Dmitri Shostakovich and Aram Khachaturian seconding and thirding her desire, he did it. At first he said he wanted to write a completely different original score of the Carmen story, but he found it was impossible. These are his words. SHCHEDRIN said, "I decided to explore a creative meeting of the minds. I had to combine something fresh with these famous Bizet melodies from Carmen. I decided to use just strings and percussion for the instrumentation because it gave a totally modern sound to the work. I wanted to pay homage to what Bizet had done and to acknowledge the universality of his music in telling the story of Carmen while adding my own ideas to the work. The result was and is an amazing hit. Bizet's melodies are recast in fresh instrumental colors, set to new rhythms, inventive and unusual use of percussion, and phrased with wit and humor. Initially, it was banned by the Soviet government as being disrespectful to the original, but it soon became accepted and greatly loved, exactly for that freshness and newness of its concept, showing not only SHCHEDRIN's love of Bizet's opera, but a sense of joy and mischief and fun. We're so happy to have our percussion section back with us. We hope you enjoy the concert.